y'all. Hey, this is Astro Dim here trying to get life right. So I could do Gemini's Rising's readings for July 2018, okay? This is my spray of Florida water, sea salt, and water. Um, so yeah, I'm just doing this reading for you guys, Gemini Risings for July 2018. It's a 12 card spread. I'm outside, so you might hear some noises, but basically it's a 12 card spread of, you know, one card for each house. And in astrology, which is what I focus on more, um, the house represents a specific sector of your life. Okay, so I'm just gonna be shuffling these and praying so I can get the most accurate reading for you guys. Okay, this is telling me to stop. Okay. So the overall, sorry, the overall energy for Gemini risings is the Two of Swords. Just making sure y'all can see it right. Okay. First house, Ten of Cups. Sweet. Second house, Six of Swords. Third house, the Star card. Fourth house, Four of Wands. Fifth house, Six of Cups. All right, Gemini risings. I see you. Sixth house, the Moon. Seventh house, the Ten of Swords. Yikes. Eighth house, the Page of Pentacles. Ninth house, the Three of Wands. 10th house, the Hermit. 11th house, the Seven of Wands. And the 12th house, the Knight of Pentacles. Alright, so you guys can see that, right? Let me make sure you guys can see all the cards. Y'all can't. Okay. Yeah, just making sure you guys can see it all. Alright. So, the Two of Swords is your overall card, Gemini Risings, for the month of July 2018. There's a lot of contemplation for you guys. You're trying to figure out how to go about this month, honestly. A lot of contemplating, a lot of thinking, trying to figure things out on how to move forward, which is good because there's a lot of retrograde energies happening. That's going to be continuously happening into the month of July, right? Plus, there's going to be, I believe, two eclipses, if not at least one. We're definitely going to have three between July and August. So you need to be reflective. You need to be thinking, contemplative, and introspective to see how to move forward. And depending on which planet is retrograding, that's what you need to focus on, okay? But what's lovely is you have this wolf here, which means that you're going to be protected while you're thinking, okay? I feel like the Two of Swords, it's good because twos are usually better cards, but I feel like you're protected. But at the same time, a wolf's a wolf, right? So you still want to be careful. You don't want to get too out of there because a wolf can always go wild and spaz out on you. But when you're being introspective and contemplative and trying to plan out your life, don't forget all your responsibilities in the meantime, okay, Gemini Risings? An awesome card for your first house is the Ten of Cups. You're celebrating. There's wonderful abundance. You're completely happy. You may be happy particularly with somebody else, a romantic person, possibly someone that you're connected with romantically. But regardless on who you're celebrating with, you are full of joy, extremely happy, and just celebrating, right? Which is awesome. Um, you just finished off your birthday month in June, so it's good to be celebrating now, okay? Um, but whatever it is going to bring you immense joy, whatever it may be. Um, the first house represents personality, persona, how people perceive you, and your appearance. So, you were looking happy. You're exuding the happiness that you're feeling, and it's coming outward. And you're actually even bringing that happiness to others by being happy, by exuding this happiness. It could be too that like you're going through a lot, but you're like keeping a smile on your face. People are perceiving you as being happy, so that's always good, right? Um, Second house is the looks like I have someone watching. Hi. I can't see right now. I just want to focus on this reading, okay? But I'll say hi afterwards. Um, the second house is the Six of Swords, right? So with this card is really interesting because it kind of reminds me of someone who is similar to like the overall reading, the Two of Swords. They're getting some alone time, and again, contemplating. But this person seems like they're more like a little bit more serious with their contemplation, really thinking about 3D stuff. While this person seems like they're more daydreaming than anything. I feel like it's a pretty good manifestation card. And so the second house represents in astrology self-worth and material worth. So when it comes to self-worth, you're kind to you're kind of trying to figure out, okay, what makes me special, what makes me worthy, what makes me feel that I'm worthy enough. What do I need to do to get to the point of me feeling worthy for myself? You know what I mean? Not for anyone else, not what other people feel like it's worthy, how I am worthy. You know what I mean? What I believe is worthy or not. But it's also too material worth. So you are definitely contemplating and thinking about um, what ideas you can kind of make happen or throw off the ground when it comes to making money and getting some material, getting some cash dollars. You know what I'm saying? So you're daydreaming though and relaxed about it. This person, like your overall energy for Gemini risings, they're really kind of perplexed and really, it's they're not worrisome, but they're really trying to figure something out. This guy is just truly daydreaming, and it's just letting the thoughts come to him and enjoying his alone time. And during having fun in his alone time, if a wonderful idea pops up, word. You know what I mean? No, don't it seem like that? So that's what I get for Gemini risings for your second house energy. Okay, you're just thinking about ideas on how to make money. Um, and you're kind of doing it in a chill way, probably because the second overall card, which is the first house, is the Ten of Cups. You know what I mean? So July's looking good so far, especially with the Star card as the third house energy, right? The Star card's lovely. So you see in the Star card, the angel is literally bringing love and light and pouring it out to the world, right? She's bringing the energy of stardust and stars onto the world, making people happy. The Star card is kind of like wishing on a star. A dream is coming true for you. Now, where or how in your life this dream is going to be coming true? Well, the third house is the house of community, house of siblings, house of communication, and house of thought processes. So, this is really kind of telling me that, again, Gemini, you naturally have this wonderful manifestation power. This is kind of telling you again, which I felt like this happened last month, that you really have some amazing abilities to make your thoughts into reality, make your dreams into reality. If you think positive and speak positive, positive things would happen. And with such a strong card as this major arcana, the Star card, that means that it will happen fast and it will happen in a hurry. But the thing is, is that I kind of feel like with a lot of major arcanas, of course, some are more positive and some are more negative, but overall, a major arcana can be neutral, right? So even though for the most part this card is positive, be sure to think positively and talk positively, because if you do the opposite and think negatively and talk negatively, negative things may happen. And so, because the universe is thinking and your guides are thinking that you want this to happen, you want the negative things to happen. And so, the wish is kind of coming true. Think of your thoughts as prayer, think of your communication as prayer. You know what I mean? You want to, as much as possible, think positively. I think your guides and your protection and your angels do understand that some people have down times and sad times where they may slip up and think something messed up or talk in such a not positive way. But if you keep doing it, then your wish is gonna come true, because they're seeing this negative thinking as a wish that you want. You keep doing it, so they're like, okay, they want this. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. Like, let me speak to y'all real quick, Gemini risings. That's the thing about the universe. The universe is neutral as fuck, okay? To the point in which before we were born, we kind of, the hardships and the happiness that we have in life is something that we put on ourselves, something that we wanted, right? And so when you're kind of wishing death or wishing negative things or wishing bad things to happen, your universe is thinking like, oh, they want to work a little bit harder on Earth, and so they'll roll fucked up shit at you, thinking that they're doing what you want when you don't want that. You know what I mean? You already set up and lined up the things that you wanted to kind of work through and wanted to overcome. And so when you're thinking negatively, thinking and not and speaking negatively, you know what I mean, not thinking in a positive note, your wish may actually come true of fucked up things happening. I know you're not technically wishing it, but you get what I'm saying, right? So be careful, okay? You can really make some good shit happen, Gemini risings, alright? Um, Four of Wands for the fourth house. And the fourth house is the house of house. It's literally the house of house. House of home, house of family, house of your mother, and house of private moments and your deepest, deepest emotions, okay? The wind's about to blow this off. I mean, I live in Boston, and the wind, we're like one of the windiest cities in the U.S., so excuse my cards. Hopefully they won't fly away. But anyways, um, this is actually a lovely card to have. You are nesting, okay? You are looking at your home, figure out what you can do to make your home pretty and prettier, right? You're nesting, you're thinking of creative ways to make your home a little bit more comfortable, and have your home reflect how you're feeling at the moment, okay? So you're maybe beautifying it, doing some interior design, all that cool stuff, okay? Um, and again, like, you're kind of using your creative juices, because we're talking about the wands here. The wands is very self-expressive. Um, you may be doing this with your family as well, or connecting with your mom as well with this. Thinking of ways to, like, express to them how much you care about them, and like thinking of like creative ways to do it. Kind of showing your appreciation to your family, to your home, to your mother. Um, and you're doing it by nesting and being a little bit nurturing as a fire sign can be, which fire signs actually could be quite nurturing, honestly. Um, so it's cool. It's always fun to nest, right? Fifth house card is the Six of Cups, the soulmate card, y'all. Hey. Isn't that cool? So that's in your, what, fifth house? 1, 2, 3, 5. Yes. So, oh my God, this is lovely. For all the single Gemini risings out there, okay? Through casual fun, through enjoying yourself, through being your creative self, through being self-expressive, through just dating, through going out there and enjoying life, you might run into your soulmate. That's sweet, man. Now, of course, people have many soulmates, many karmic relationships, one um, life partner, right? But I mean, a soulmate's a soulmate. Shit, that's really cool. Um, so yeah, but if you're not single and you're a Gemini rising, it could be that if you are with your soulmate or with the person that you love now, you guys are really going to be quite creative together, and you guys are going to connect with each other and enjoy each other's company greatly and in such a beautiful way. So this is pretty cool, pretty cool card to have. If you kind of pay attention to the actual card too, you see how he's kind of like neglecting his job of going in a well and getting water, and by looking at the sky and just relaxing and chilling. Um, by kind of just relaxing and chilling and just being happy and creative, and not creative, being happy and chilling and doing what you want in life, or not doing what you want in life. I don't know why I keep thinking of the wrong words, but by just relaxing, right, and chilling and meditating, you would think of the most creative things. Um, and think of the most cool ideas and birth a whole bunch of amazing, beautiful ideas. So it's pretty sweet. It also can say too that you might be having a baby with your soulmate too, because the fifth house is the house of children. So it's something to think about, Gemini risings. Um, the sixth house is the moon card, which is quite interesting because the moon card is a Pisces card, and the sixth house is the house of Virgo, and they're opposite signs. And so this I can see this happening in two different ways. You're using spirituality in a more routine way, in a more organized and procedural way, but regardless, you may be using your spirituality or trying to figure out your self undoing in a more routine way. Or it could be switched, in which you, instead of being very routine, oh sorry, instead of being routine and Virgo like and organized, you are kind of letting go of your um, kind of like duties and responsibilities a little bit, and being more relaxed and chill and surrendering to the energies of the universe. Okay. Regardless, there will be a shakeup in your routine. This is the moon. The moon phases. It's the most tumultuous part of your chart. And even though this is like not Cancer in astrology, like in astrology, it's actually represented by Pisces. They're both water signs. So regardless, there's going to be some tumultuousness happening here, and so yes, you will definitely have some changes when it comes to your your routine and how you organize your life, in like your everyday life, and when it comes to just everyday tasks that you do, basically. Okay. This is a little tough one here, guys. You got the Ten of Swords for the seventh house. The seventh house is the house of relationships. Any one-on-one relationship that you have that you're close with, these are not just regular old relationships like the 11th house. This is one-on-one relationships where you really connect with the person. You really vibe with the person well. Okay, and you have the Ten of Swords here. So there may be a situation where someone that you love have said some things that are not so great to you, and you feel stabbed in the back, and you feel hurt, and they just straight up just hurt your feelings, honestly, and you're just bearing it. You know what I mean? You're just bearing it, and just look at him in the card, like he's kind of. It seems like he's allowing whatever this thing is to stab him in the back. You know what I mean? But the wonderful thing about this card is that it's the ten of swords. So that means his energy is going to be done. So you're either going to snap back at this person, be like, listen, motherfucker, stop bothering me. Don't fuck with me anymore, right? Or what you're going to do is actually walk away. Just straight up walk away. Look at his face. He seems tired. He's like tired of the shit. You know what I mean? Uh, it's a great chance that he would just definitely walk away, because it's the Ten of Swords. You're at the end of the road. You know what I mean? You're not going to be going through this anymore. You're tired of being hurt. So you're going to just step out. Just like the third sword card you guys had. Interesting. Lots of thinking for you Gemini risings, but you guys are used to that. Y'all are like represented by of Swords represented by air too. Eighth house is the Page of Pentacles. It's lovely. This is a newer energy, maybe not newer energy, a young energy, maybe even an immature energy, but it's Pentacles, so they can't be but so immature. It's Earths because they represent Earth signs, but it's a younger energy, maybe a young Earth sign, or Earth sign that kind of has a young attitude with life. They're gonna kind of bring you the keys to how you can get some money. Um, there's going to be connection to how you can get some money. Um, the eighth house represents intimacy, represents emotionally bonding with others, sex, um, death, transformation, but also shared money. So I feel like this young energy here is definitely going to give you the keys, give you some the opportunity to get into some shared money. So shared money is money, of course, that you share with other people. So it's not going to be like some idea in which you just get the money yourself. It's going to be like something like an inheritance, or you splitting a big share of money, like the lottery. Um, Something like that, basically. Class action suit, something like that. You know what I mean? It's a young earth sign is going to be the key to that. It could be their sun, moon, or rising, or they can be earth dominant. Okay. Um, could be too that a young earth sign, you're actually connecting with them, having a stronger emotional bond with them, especially with the sixth house. I mean, the six of cups being here in the fifth house. Because this energy is young, like, you can probably have more fun with this earth sign than maybe the king of pentacles. You know what I mean? And then it could be too a situation in which, after all the pain and hurt, you meet this new young earth sign that gives you love, or maybe this new young earth sign realize how much they've hurt you, and now they really just want to emotionally bond with you so they can not hurt you anymore. So it could be that too. Okay. Ninth house is the Three of Wands. So here, this card kind of reminds me of like signing contracts, being studious, and really writing down, moving forward. Not moving forward with action, but like really planning out, writing down, organizing the creative ideas that you're having. Um, and it specifically is connected to foreign travel, foreign ideas, and different philosophies, that something that you haven't learned like while coming up. You know what I mean? Something that's totally different from you and what you've grown up with. So you may have been inspired by a specific philosophy or philosopher or somebody who kind of made you had a eureka moment about how you think about life in general. And so now you're kind of like inspired, and so you're writing maybe a book, or writing ideas, or writing different, or kind of just planning in general on how you can go about life now with this new philosophy, this new idea that you have. You may be also planning to do some foreign travel too. So somewhere that you really can connect with and feel like you can really fully express yourself in. So that's really sweet. 10th house is the house of recognition, status, and your career. It's the Hermit. So the Hermit card is recognized by Virgo, which is like your work environment. It's the summertime, so this can represent that if you like work in um, an office type setting, like an office space, or somewhere where it's like the work would be slow in the summer because people are taking vacation. It can represent that the work is being a little bit more slow, so you can kind of reflect on how you should handle your career from now, because there's not that much business happening. Okay. This could also represent just you just stopping, like not ending your job or nothing, but you just, I mean, it could be technically because the Hermit is you just crawling your shell, but your shell could be your home, and you just, not working anymore. But it could also represent too, I feel strongly that it's connected to you, like I said, honestly, later, like, I mean, earlier, how you are really reflecting on how you should go about getting to a specific status, or getting a certain recognition, or being in a certain spot in your career, when it comes to like your work and stuff. You know what I mean? You're doing it in a more peaceful, relaxed state. You're not stressing over it like that. Again, think about this card here. You just, you're just really trying to get your thoughts out there. You can really put your creativity out there. Um, and you realize that you can't just work, work, work. You need to just chill and let things come to you. Meditate, do tai. This guy's like, it looks like he's doing tai chi. You know what I mean? Like meditate, relax, chill, and see what may pop up when it comes to ideas. When it comes to the ideas of how you can be recognized now, how you can move up in whatever career that you want to get into or whatever. You know what I mean? This card came up for Aries and Taurus. Two, I believe. The Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is in the 11th house. The 11th house is the house of friends, acquaintances, how people perceive your talents. It's also the house of is also the house of network, non-immediate family members, stuff like that. So this kind of reminds me of summertime, and the wands kind of reminds me of like having fun, like and maybe your friends kind of all attacking you at once and throwing you different events and ideas and trips that they want you to go on, and you're trying to like figure out how you should go about it. Should you go to these events? Should you not? Which ones do you want to go to? Which ones you don't? You're kind of being like tugged and maybe low key even bothered by your friends because they just really want to spend some time with you. But you're like on the move. You're trying to think of like how to elevate yourself, honestly, and how to manifest better and how to like get better with this soulmate that you've just met, whether they're romantic or platonic. You know what I mean? You're not really thinking about your like division D friends. Because 11th house reminds me of your division D friends and family, your non-immediate family members, and your 11th house is not your best friend, but it's your friends, your acquaintances, your network. You know what I mean? And you have love for them, but they're still division D when it comes to your roster. Not your roster. When it comes to your like your overall whatever. Can't think of anything right now, but you know what I'm trying to say. So you might having to be deal with that. Knight of Pentacles for the 12th house, okay? So the Knight of Pentacles, it kind of reminds me of, the whole slow and steady wins the race type of energy. You have like an idea or a gift that this knight is trying to get to you, but he's riding a turtle, so it's going to take forever. So you may have been trying to manifest something for a while, and it's taking very, very long time for it to actually come to fruition. And this is kind of just telling me that it's divine time, and it will come in divine time. In the meantime, you can manifest other things. You don't have to stay stuck on that one awesome big thing that you might get. You can start manifesting other things, like the star card for the third house. But just wait. Just wait for divine timing to come through, and that gift or that thing that you really really want, that's huge, it will come. It may take a while. It may take a while, okay? Because it's the pentacles we're talking about, and he's riding a freaking turtle. But it will come, and it will come at the most perfect time. It really would. And when you start like really reflecting after you get that thing that you want, you're gonna be like, thank God it came at this time. It was perfect. And I needed it to come at this time. You know what I mean? This could also be representing you, how you may be taking your sweet time when it comes to getting to something spiritually. You know what I mean? You may have had an idea or philosophy or a thought on something, and it will work, and it's probably the best thing for you, but for some reason you're moving slow on it. Maybe because you're focused on other 3D things that are happening. So this could be actually you too. So this is actually not that bad of a month, Gemini risings. You have the Two of Swords here. You're really thinking about your life, figuring out what you need to do to move forward. You're more on a planning stage. You're probably, from these cards, it looks like you guys are all aware that it's retrograde season. And so, or at least you feel the energy of the retrograde season, so you know this is not an action type of month, or this is action time. This is more of a reflective time, having fun time, enjoying yourself time, planning time. Um, but it's good because it looks like overall you're happy, you're cool, but you're still reflecting. You're enjoying yourself, but you're still reflecting. And and when you're reflecting though, you kind of think you're not in a rush. You're like chill with it. You know what I mean? Um, and with you just being so relaxed. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. With y'all being so relaxed though. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'll just talk. With y'all being so relaxed, that's why I have the star card for your third house. Which is a first of all a major arcana, second of all a bomb ass card to have. And so it's telling you that your wish can come true. Your wish can definitely come true, Gemini risings, okay? You just gotta start thinking positively and thinking positively. And I know it's hard. Your Mercury sign, I get it. But the more you think positive, the more positive things come to you, okay? All right, so much love to you guys. Oh, sorry. Much love to you guys. Um, my readings are usually about 30 minutes, so I'm not surprised that it is.